Okay, we're going to go over this word problem today. So right here, you're going to write your name. I'm going to write Macaulay because that's my name. Okay. But you write your name. Okay. And over here, you're going to write the date. Okay. Okay, so our standard is OA 1.A1, which is solving word problems, and OA 1.A2, which is word problems, solving problems. Anyway, so I'm going to read the problems 3 times. And the first time we're going to ask, who is the problem about? Who is the story about? Okay. That's the first time we're going to read it. All right. I'm going to read it and you're going to think about who the story is about. I'm going to make this bigger so you can see it easier. Okay. Here we go. Susan makes 6 pies. She wants to give the pies to her 4 friends to share amongst themselves. How much does each friend get? Okay, so who is this story about? Yeah, it's about Susan, right? Susan, this girl. Okay, so now the next question is what's happening? What's happening? And you don't have to write this part, okay? I'm just writing this down so you can remember what the question is that we're focusing on. What's happening? Okay, here I go. Susan makes 6 pies. She wants to give the pies to her 4 friends to share amongst themselves. How much does each friend get? All right, so what's happening with Susan? Well, she's making pies and she wants to give them to her friends to share, right? She wants to give them to her friends to share fairly. All right, next question is what do these numbers mean here? What does 6 mean and what does 4 mean? Okay, so I'm going to read it again. Susan makes 6 pies. She wants to give the pies to her 4 friends to share amongst themselves. How much does each friend get? Okay, so loves, what does this 6 mean? Yeah, 6 is all the pies, right? All the pies that she makes is 6 pies. So what does this 4 mean? Okay, they're going to share it with 4. She's going to give it to her 4 friends, right? Those are the people that are going to have the pies, the 4 friends. Okay, so let's think about how we're going to solve this problem. How we're going to solve this problem. So we know she has 6 pies, and we know she wants to give it to the 4 friends. Okay, so is she still going to have 6 pies at the end? No, her answer is going to get smaller, right? Okay, so now we got to think about how we're going to divide those pies, how we're going to share those pies with the 4 friends. Okay, so I'm going to draw the 4 friends here. Let's do that. Friend number 1. Friend number 2. I should give them a nose, shouldn't I? They shouldn't be without a nose and some eyebrows. So I gave him noses and eyebrows, right? And I should probably give her a little bow. You don't have to draw, your friends doesn't have to be like my friends, okay? You don't have to draw them the same as I draw them. I just figured give her little bows. Okay, then another little boy here. Let's make his hair go like this. And then his hair go like this. Okay, here's another friend. I gave him hair. Okay, that's not good hair, but oh well. Okay, then another girl. Let's do hair like this. I'll put a bow right here. And then her little eyebrow. Okay. So there's her 4 friends. Now you can draw your friends better than me, okay? You don't have to draw them the way I draw them. And I'm going to draw the 6 pies, okay? So here's 1 pie, 2 pies, 3 pies, 4 pies, 5 pies, 6 pies. Okay, let me see if I can get this better. All right, so there's the pies, and I'm going to kind of make them look like pies. And pies kind of have a little crust on them, don't they? Now, you don't have to copy the way I do pies. You don't even have to draw pies. You could just draw circles. Okay? You don't have to draw any pies at all. You can just draw circles. Okay? But I want them to kind of look like pies. One, 2, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, so here are my 6 pies. Okay, so let's see about giving these pies to the friends. So this pie can go to him, and this pie can go to her, and this pie can go to him, and this pie can go to him. Now I have 2 pies left over. What am I going to do with them? How am I going to get these 2 pies to these 4 friends? Let me see. Friend 1, number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. Think about that, lovies. How are we going to do these 2 pies so that each gets a fair piece? Okay? So this pie goes here, this pie goes here, this pie goes here, this pie goes here. Think about how to cut up these 2 pies so that the friends get a fair piece. Okay, so this one, I think we can't do the equations for this one. So we won't do equation. We can do, yeah, skip the equation part. It's not going to work. Skip this part. No equation. Okay, and let's write here. Each friend gets pies. Right here, I'm going to leave this blank because this is the part where you're going to write the answer. Each friend gets blank pies. Okay? So right there is where you're going to write the answer, lovies, how much each friend gets. I'm going to make it big so you can see it. Each friend gets blank pies. Okay? Now, if you don't have enough space to write it here, you can finish it here, okay? Make sure you give yourself space to write how much pie each friend gets. So they get 1 plus how much of these pies are they going to get? Okay? This is not the answer. You have to figure out the answer. Okay. Great job. Good luck.